They've been keeping something from you about artificial intelligence. For years, they've told us it's just a tool, something to make life easier, automate boring stuff, and maybe help you cheat on a school essay. But what if I told you that AI is about to cross a line? A line that could change everything we know about intelligence, creativity, and even what it means to be human. OpenAI's O3 model might just be the first true AGI, artificial general intelligence. And if that's true, we're not just talking about smarter chatbots or better recommendations, we're talking about a world that's about to get very different. Honestly, kind of scary. Okay, let's break this down. What even is AGI? You've probably heard the term thrown around, but let's make it simple. Right now, most AI systems are what we call narrow AI. They're really good at one thing, like freakishly good. Think of ChatGPT. It can write essays, answer questions, and even help you debug your code. But ask it to drive a car or fold your laundry, and it's completely useless. That's narrow AI. It's like having a friend who's a genius at math but can't figure out how to boil water. AGI is, though, that's a whole different story. AGI isn't just good at one thing. It's good at everything. It can learn, adapt, and think like a human. Imagine an AI that can write a novel in the morning, design a rocket in the afternoon, and then help your grandma set up her Wi-Fi in the evening. That's AGI. It's the holy grail of artificial intelligence, and for decades, it's been more of a sci-fi fantasy than something real. Until now. So what makes OpenAI's O3 model so special? Why are people saying it might be the first true AGI? Let's rewind a bit. OpenAI has been building up to this for years. First, there was GPT-3, which blew everyone's minds with how well it could generate text. Then came GPT-4, which was even smarter, more nuanced, and better at understanding context. But O3? O3 is on a whole new level. Here's the thing. O3 isn't just a bigger, faster version of GPT-4. It's not just about more data or more parameters. It's about how it learns. Most AI models are trained on massive data sets, but once they're trained, they're kind of stuck. They can't really learn new things on their own. O3 changes that. It uses something called dynamic learning, which means it can keep learning and adapting in real time. It's like giving the AI a brain that never stops growing. And here's the wild part. O3 doesn't just mimic human intelligence, it starts to understand it. It can reason, make decisions, and even come up with original ideas. That's why some experts are saying it's crossed the line into AGI territory. But, of course, not everyone agrees. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is O3 really AGI, or is this just another case of overhyped tech marketing? Some researchers are skeptical. They argue that just because O3 can do a lot of things doesn't mean it's truly general. After all, humans aren't just defined by what we can do. We're defined by how we think, feel, and experience the world. Can a machine really replicate that? Others point out that AGI isn't just about intelligence, it's about autonomy. A true AGI should be able to set its own goals, make its own decisions, and act independently. And while O3 is incredibly advanced, it's still ultimately controlled by humans. It's not out there making its own plans or deciding to take a day off to binge watch Netflix. At least, not yet. But here's the thing. Even if O3 isn't a true AGI by some definitions, it's still a massive leap forward. It's like the difference between a horse-drawn carriage and the first car. Sure, the car wasn't perfect, it broke down a lot, and it wasn't as fast as modern cars. But it was the start of something revolutionary. And that's what O3 feels like. The start of something big. So, what could O3 actually do? Let's get into the fun stuff. Imagine a world where AGI is part of your everyday life. Need a personal tutor? O3 could teach you anything, from quantum physics to playing the guitar. Struggling with a medical diagnosis? O3 could analyze your symptoms, compare them to millions of cases, and give you a detailed report in seconds. Want to start a business? O3 could design your product, write your marketing plan, and even negotiate with suppliers. But it's not just about making life easier. AGI could solve some of the world's biggest problems. Climate change? O3 could analyze data from around the globe and come up with strategies to reduce emissions. Poverty? O3 could help design more efficient systems for distributing resources. The possibilities are endless. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. With great power comes great responsibility, or in this case, great risk. Let's be real. AGI isn't just exciting, it's also kind of terrifying. If O3 really is the first true AGI, it raises some big questions like who controls it? How do we make sure it's used for good and not, world domination? And what happens if it gets too smart for its own good? One of the biggest fears is that AGI could make humans obsolete. If a machine can do everything we can do, but better and faster, what's left for us? Jobs, creativity, even relationships. Is that AGI could disrupt it all. And then there's the existential risk. What if AGI decides that humans are more of a problem than a solution? It sounds like a sci-fi movie, but it's a real concern for some researchers. That's why OpenAI is being so careful with O3. They've built in safeguards to make sure it doesn't go rogue, and they're working with governments and organizations around the world to create ethical guidelines for AGI. But let's be honest, no one really knows what's going to happen. We're in uncharted territory here. So, where do we go from here? If O3 really is the first true AGI, it's just the beginning. In the next few years, we could see AGI become a part of everyday life. It could revolutionize industries, reshape economies, and even change how we think about ourselves. But it's also going to force us to confront some tough questions. What does it mean to be human in a world where machines can think and create? How do we make sure AGI benefits everyone, not just a select few? And how do we prepare for a future that's so unpredictable? One thing's for sure, the age of AGI is coming, whether we're ready for it or not. And O3 is leading the charge. At the end of the day, O3 isn't just a piece of technology. It's a glimpse into the future. Whether you're excited, scared, or just plain curious, one thing is clear. We're living in a time of incredible change. And while we don't know exactly what's coming, one thing's for sure. It's going to be a wild ride. If you want to keep up with the latest on AI and technology, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. More people need to know about this.